Saranai Bhante.
Saranai.
Good afternoon.
Today we want to start our Dhammapada recital and the story behind it. Now, let me start with this recital with this young monk.
Paඨavi samo no virujjati indati lopamo tadi subbatu rahadova apeta kaddamo sangsarana bhavanti tadinu.
Again.
Paඨavi mo no virujjati indati lopamo tadi subbatu rahadova apeta kaddamo sangsarana bhavanti tadinu. Paඨavi samo no virujjati indati lopamo tadi subbatu rahadova apeta kaddamo sangsarana bhavanti tadinu.
Now I like you to recite after me. I recite line by line, not in beautiful voice like his, but this very old voice. But okay. Recite after me. Paඨavi samo no virujjati.
Paඨavi samo no virujjati.
Indakilupamotadi subbato.
Indakilupamotadi subbato.
Rahadova apeta kaddamo.
Rahadova apeta kaddamo.
Sansara na bhavanti tadino.
Sansara na bhavanti tadino.
Once again. Paඨavi samo no virujjati.
Paඨavi samo no virujjati.
Indakilopamotadi subbato.
Indakilopamotadi subbato.
Rahadova apeta kaddamo.
Rahadova apeta kaddamo.
Samsara na bhavanti tadino.
Sansara na bhavanti tadino.
Two line by two line, I had to do it very, very carefully. I cannot hold breath like him. Paඨavi samo no virujjati indakilopamotadi subbato.
Paඨavi samo no virujjati indakilopamotadi subbato.
Rahadova apeta kaddamo sansara bhavanti tadino.
Rahadova apeta kaddamo sansara na bhavanti tadino.
Okay. Once again, I like you to listen to this voice and then
පඨවි සමෝ නොවිරුද්ධති ඉන්දකිලෝපමෝ තාදි සුබ්බතු රහදෝව අපේත කද්දමෝ සංසාරාන භවන්ති තාදිනු.
okay, let us see the meaning. Patavi Samo, just like the earth. Patavi, you have heard this word many, many times when we talk about the four elements. Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo. So Patavi means earth. Patavi Samo means just like the earth. No virujyati. No means not. Virujyati, trouble. No virujyati means one untroubled, no trouble. In the Kilupamo. In the Kila means city post. Upamo means just like. In the Kilupamo means therefore just like a city post. Tadi, steadfast. I mentioned Tadi earlier also in our stanzas. When we explain them, Subbato, such a one, Subbato. Rahado, Rahado means lake, Va means like. Therefore, Rahado means like a lake. Apeta Kaddamo, Apeta free. Kaddama means mud. Therefore, Apeta Kaddamo means mud free. Samsara, in births and deaths. Samsara means the cycle of birth and death. Na, not bhavanti, continues. That means one untroubled just like the earth, steadfast just like a city post, like a lake mud free, such a one continues not in birth and death. This is about an arahant. I told you earlier, we are discussing stanzas from Arahanta Vagga. Arahanta means enlightened ones. These are the qualities of enlightened one. Now the story behind this is very, very interesting. One day, Venerable Sariputta, after his 3 months rain retreat, he went to see the Buddha and said, Bhante, I have completed the rainy residence, rain residence at Savatthi. I want to depart on a tour of countryside. Then the Buddha said, okay, Sariputta, you may go. And then Venerable Sariputta rose his seat and paid respect to the Buddha and went around him turning his, what you call, circumambulated. That means keeping the right side towards the Buddha. He turned round, just like we sometimes go around the Bodhi trees, pagodas, turning around, turning our right hand towards the Bodhi tree. So he did that to the Buddha, and then there were some monks who also joined him. So one day, the Venerable Sariputta knew some monks, and he told them by name. He said to them by name, Venerable so-and-so, you stay behind. Venerable so-and-so, you stay behind. And so forth. He left some monks behind. There was another monk, unknown. Venerable Sariputta did not know his name. Therefore, he also did not ask him to stay behind. But this monk was expecting Venerable Sariputta to he called him by his name and ask him to stay behind. So Venerable Sariputta did not do that because he did not know his name. So this monk, this unknown monk, got very upset with Venerable Sariputta. And then he went to the Buddha and said, Venerable Sariputta was so arrogant because he is chief disciple of the Buddha, and he went around. He, you know, he was so arrogant, and he went to the Buddha and said, Bhante, Venerable Sariputta struck me and then set out on tour without apologizing. He struck me, which Sariputta did not do, but this monk was so upset and made this complaint. Then Buddha knew that Sariputta was not that kind of monk. Anyway, Buddha sent, as Sariputta was going, Buddha sent another monk asking him to call Sariputta back. Then Sariputta, and Buddha wanted Sariputta to roar, lions roar. And then Venerable Mahamoggalla and Venerable Ananda went from kuti to kuti, dwelling place to dwelling place, and asked, Venerable monks, come. And now Venerable Sariputta is going to roar, lion roar. Come, listen to it. So all the monks in that area came to see this. So Venerable Sariputta returned and paid respect to the Buddha, and sat down. Then Buddha said to Sariputta, one of your fellow monks has made a complaint about you. And he said that you struck him. Then left without apologizing to him. Venerable Sariputta said, said to the Buddha, I said, Venerable Sir, I am Bhante, one who has not established mindfulness directed to the body in regard to his own body might strike a fellow monk and then set out on a tour without just as they wash uh, pure and impure things in water. No, no. He said, just as they throw pure and impure things on the earth, feces, urine, spittle, pus, and blood. Yet the earth is not repelled, humiliated, or disgusted because of this. So too, Bhante, I dwell with mind like the earth, vast, exalted, measureless, without enmity and ill will. I am like the earth. You can throw all kind of things to the earth, feces, urine, and so forth. But the earth will not be upset. I am like that. That means even though he complains falsely, I will not shake. I am like the earth. I am so humble. I am so humble. And then he said, just like the they wash pure and impure things in water, feces, urine, spittle, pus, and blood. Yet the water is not repelled or humiliated or disgusted because of this. So too, Bhante, I dwell with mind like water. I am like water, vast, exalted, and measureless, without enmity and ill will. They can say anything to me. I am not troubled. I am so humble. I practice mindfulness towards the body. And then he said, Bhante, one who has not established mindfulness direct to the body in regard to one's own body might strike fellow monk and then set out on tour without apologizing. Just like fire burns pure and impure things, just like feces, urine, spittle, pus, and blood, yet the fire is not repelled, humiliated, or disgusted because of this. So too, Bhante, I deal with mind like fire, vast, exalted, and measureless, without enmity and ill will. Then fourth simile he gave is as he was practicing mindfulness towards the body, with regard to the body, he would behave like, just like the, the faces and so forth, like air. Air will blow uh, just as air blows upon pure, impure things like feces, urine, spittle, pus, and blood. Yet the air is not repelled, humiliated, or disgusted because of this. So too, Bhante, I dwell with mind like air, vast, exalted, measureless, without enmity or ill will. Fifth simile, he said, just as a duster wipes off pure and impure things like a floor mat. When you come out from outside, you rub your feet on the floor mat. What you call pissa in English, floor mat. And when you come, you may have all kind of things under your feet, maybe feces, urine, spittle, pus, and blood. You wipe it on the floor mat. Yet the duster is not repelled, humiliated, or disgusted because of this too. This. So too, Bhante, I dwell with mind like a duster, vast, exalted, measureless, without enmity and ill will. And the sixth simile, he said, Venerable Sir, just like an outcast boy or girl, clad in rags and holding a vessel, enters a village or town with a humble mind. She slave girl or slave boy or outcast. In India, outcast is a very low thing. You never find that kind of outcast in any other country in the world, except in India. There, if a boy or girl clad in rags, taking a pot, enters the village or town with humble mind. So too, Venerable Sir, I dwell with a mind like an outcast boy or girl, measureless, without hate, enmity, or hatred. Seventh simile, he said, just like a bull with his horns cut, milled, and well tamed and well trained, wanders from street to street and from square to square, hurting without hurting anybody, because he cannot do that. He doesn't have horns. They are cut off. Similarly, Venerable Sir, I deal with the mind just like that of a bull with horns cut. Measureless, exalted, measureless, without enmity or ill will. Eighth simile, he said, just as a woman or a man, young, youthful, and fond of ornaments, with head bathed, would be repelled and humiliated and disgusted if the carcass of a snake or a dog or human being were slung around or his neck. So too, Bhante, I am repelled, humiliated, and disgusted by this foul body. I have no attachment to this body. Ninth simile, he said, just as person might carry around a cracked a perforated ball of liquid fat that oozes and drips. So too, Bhante, I carry around this cracked and perforated body that oozes and drips. Bhante, one who has not established mindfulness directed towards the body in regard to his own body might strike a fellow monk here and then set out on our on set out on a tour without apologizing. When Venerable Sariputta gave these 9 similes to explain, to express his humility, his nature of humility, so humble. You know, Venerable Sariputta was second only to the Buddha, and purely because of that he was humble. No conceit, no pride. And therefore, he said, if I had struck any fellow monk, how can I live or set out for a tour without apologizing to him? When all this was expressed, then that accused bhikkhu rose from his seat, arranged his upper robe over his one shoulder, and prostrated himself with his head at the Blessed One's feet, and said to the Blessed One, said to the Buddha, Bhante, I have committed a transgression in that I so foolishly, stupidly, and unskillfully slandered the Venerable Sariputta on grounds that are untrue, baseless, and false. Bhante, may the Blessed One accept my transgression, seen as a transgression for the sake of future restraint. Then Buddha said, yes, surely Bhikkhu, you have committed an transgression, a transgression in that so foolishly, stupidly, and unskillfully slandered the bhikkhu, slandered the Venerable Sariputta on grounds that are untrue, baseless, and false. But since you see your transgression as a transgression and make amends for it in accordance with the Dhamma, we accept it. For it is growth in the Noble One's discipline that one sees transgression as a transgression, makes an amend for the in accordance with Dhamma. I accept your transgression. I undertake for your future well-being and happiness. Then when Buddha addressed Venerable Sariputta, Sariputta, pardon this foolish man before his head split into 7 pieces right there. Then Venerable Sariputta said, I will pardon this Venerable One, Bhante, if Venerable One says so to me, and let the Venerable One pardon me. So now Venerable Sariputta said to him, if I have offended you, please forgive me. Actually, Venerable Sariputta was not the one who committed an offense. It is this unknown monk. Anyway, when this story shows how humble Venerable Sariputta was. When he was explaining all these things, the monks who were there, who had not attained enlightenment, all began to cry, shedding tears to see humility of Venerable Sariputta. Only arahants, enlightened ones, arouse their Dhamma Samvega, spiritual urgency. So that is the story. So, and Venerable Moggallana and Ananda wanted all the monks to assemble and see how Venerable Sariputta tells his humility in front of all of them. Now that is the story we have to learn, and this is a wonderful example of humility of such a wonderful, noble, enlightened monk, Venerable Sariputta. Now, friends, it is time for us to end the story, and then we have to use the recital again, and then I like you to recite it after that. Now, let me play his recital again.
Pathavi samo no virujjati indakilo pamo tadi subbatu rahadova apeta kaddamo sangsarana bhavanti tadinu.
Okay. Let me recite it once again. Slowly you repeat after me, and then I want you to repeat. Patavi samo no virujjati
Patavi samo no virujjati
indakilupamo tadi subbato
Indakilopamo tadi subbato
rahadova apeta kaddamo
Rahadova apeta kaddamo
sansara nabhavanti tadino.
Samsara nabhavanti tadino
Okay, after listening to this, you listen.
Pathavi samo no virujjati indakilo pamo tadi subbatu rahadova apeta kaddamo sangsarana bhavanti tadinu.
Okay, today first our closed series of them nuns in Germany before they go to bed.
Patavi samo no virujjati indakilu pamo tadi subbato rahadova apeta kaddamo samsara nalavanti tadino.
Very good. And Visakha.
Patavi samanon virujjati ida kilupamotati subbato rahadova apeta kadamo sansarana bhavanti tadino.
Very good. Anoma.
අටවි සමෝනෝ විරුද්ධති ඉන්දකී ලෝපමෝතාදි සුප්පතෝ රහදෝව අපේත කද්දමෝ samsara nabhavanti tadino.
Very good. Visakha is in England. Anoma is in Australia.
Yes, Bhante.
Maitri in Florida.
අතවි සමෝනෝ විරුජ්ජති ඉන්දකීලූපමෝතාදි සුබ්බතෝ රහදෝව අපේත කද්දමෝ සංසාරාන භවන්ති තාදිනෝ.
Good. Philip.
Pattavi samono virujjati indakillupamo tadi subbato rahadova apeta kaddamo samsarana bhavanti tadino.
Very good. Taneka-san.
はい。パタビサモナビルジャティインダキルパモタジスバトラハドワアベタカタモサンサラナバワンタディノ
Okay, very good. Ruanti.
Patavi samono viruddhati indakilupamotadi suppato rahadova apeta kaddamo samsarana bhavanti tadi.
Okay. Laura. Lori.
Patavisa mono virujati in daki upamo tadi subato rahado va apatakademo samsara na bhavanti tadino.
Very good. Dushanti.
Patavisamano virujati indakilupamotadi sampato rahado va apithakadamo samsarana bhavanti tadino.
Very good. Larissa. Have I mispronounced your name? Larissa? Larissa Dove. Okay. Nime.
Patavi samona virujhati hindakila pomo tadi subhato rahadova apeta kaddamo samsarana bhavanti tadino.
Okay, Teresa.
Pativisamo no virujati intakilupamo tati supato rahado va apektatamo samsara na bhavanti tadino.
Very good, Atanas.
Patavisamo no virujati indakilupamota disubato rahadova apetamakadamo samsara nabhavanti tadino.
Very good, Hiroyuki.
Patavi samo na virujati indakiru pamo tadisubato rahado wa apetakadamo sansara na bhavanti tadino.
Very good, Anudi.
Patavi samona virujati indakilo pamotadi subbato rahadova apitakadamo samsara na bhavanti tadino.
Very good, Dayani.
Patavi samono virujati indakilu pamotadi subato rahado wa apeta kadamo sangsarana bhavanti tadino.
Okay, Larissa, your last chance. Yeah. The last one should be able to recite very well because the person has listened to so many others before you, those who recited. Okay, if you don't want, I don't want to force. Okay, let us.
Bhante, I have a quick question, Bhante.
Yes.
This particular stanza, so for the story you gave, Venerable Sariputta's lion's roar,
Yeah.
is this stanza that Buddha recited after, or how is this stanza related, Bhante?
Buddha wanted to explain Venerable Sariputta's nature. This is the Buddha's recital.
Thank you, Bhante.
He summarized the Venerable Sariputta's similes in few words. He simply mentioned earth and untroubled like a city post. Buddha gave different similes to illustrate Venerable Sariputta's quality and steadfastness. His very firm, unshakable mental state. Even though he was falsely accused, he was not shaken up. He remained very, very firm and steady, without ill will towards the monk who accused him falsely, in order to explain his nature of an Arahant in general, but Sariputta is in particular. Okay?
Thank you, Bhante.
You find this in the Dhammapada, 7th chapter. Dhammapada, 7th chapter. All right, now let us do some, we have little time for meditation, and we meditate now. Okay? All right. You can see this. Okay, we recited this morning at lunchtime, and now we are going to recite it again. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short,
short,
subtle or gross,
loose,
visible or invisible,
invisible, living
living near
near,
or far, born or
born or
coming to
coming to
birth,
birth,
may
may
all
all
beings have
beings
happy
have
minds.
happy minds.
Let
Let
no one
everyone
deceive
deceive another, nor despise
anyone anywhere,
another,
neither
neither from anger nor ill will, should anyone wish
harm to others.
another. As a
As
mother
mother risks her own life,
to protect her only child,
even so,
towards all living beings,
one
one
should
should cultivate a boundless heart.
one should cultivate
To
all
all the
world
world a
of
heart of
love,
boundless loving friendliness,
all
above,
below,
below, all around,
unobstructed,
unobstructed,
without
without hatred or resentment.
whether standing,
Standing, walking, or sitting,
lying down,
lying down, or whenever awake,
one
one
should
should
develop this
develop this
mindfulness.
mindfulness. This is called
Divine
divinely dwelling here,
not
not
falling
falling
into
into
erroneous,
erroneous views, but
but
virtuous and endowed with vision.
removing desire for
Desire for
pleasure.
sensual pleasures,
One
one
comes
comes
never
never again to
to birth
birth
in
in
the
the womb.
Okay. And now, with this metta thought in mind, let us meditate. We have only short time. Okay, I take even 5 minutes extra. Meditate at least for 20 minutes. Okay? By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest. May all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, friends, I want to end this session with my special metta sharing. All those who are in hospitals are suffering from various diseases and taken care of by very compassionate doctors, nurses, and hospital staff. May they recover very soon and practice Dhamma, meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all the doctors, nurses, and hospital staffs who are taking care of these people also find time to practice Dhamma, meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. All those who have lost their loved ones here or there, may they be still grieving, may they be free from grief and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in various troubled spots in the world, in war zones, and in discrimination, wherever they are in that kind of state, they may be free from suffering and liberate from samsaric suffering. All those who are in the northern direction, northeastern direction, eastern direction, southeastern direction, southern direction, southwestern direction, western direction, northwestern direction, up and below. All of them in all these 10 directions be well, happy, and peaceful. May they all attain liberation from samsaric suffering. And that is the today's end of today's session. And I hope to see you again next Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you,
Okay.
Thank
Bhante.
you,
Thank
Bhante.
Tiruvan Saranai.
Thank
Many
you, Bhante.
blessings to
Thank you.
Bhavana Society and all the people of America.
Okay. Thank you.
Keep warm and be healthy, Bhante.
Okay. Pittsburgh, California, Florida. Dr. Tanaka is here in Japan, England, Germany, Australia,
And Canada.
Canada.
Yes. Bhante.
Who is Canada?
It's me, Bhante, from Canada, Toronto.
Toronto. Ah, yeah, you came the other day.
Yes.
All right, all right. Okay, thank you
Bhante,
for
I cannot come next week for 3 weeks. I'm going to India for vacation.
Okay. Thank you very much for letting me know.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank
Okay.
you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Bhavatu Sabba Bangalam.
Okay, boss. Very good. Very good.
Thank
Okay,
you, Bhante.
bye. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.